I've never really done any 1v1 content before, so I thought it would be a good idea to bring a part of a coaching session that I've been having with a Diamond player. They've just started playing 1v1 and I think they're currently Plat 2. As always, loads of good stuff in here if you're trying to learn how to play 1v1 yourself, but let's get into it. You have to realize that he fakes the kickoff here. I mean, what you do here isn't too bad because, it does make it awkward for him, but he could get a hard hit on this and then it's going to put you in a really awkward position because you'll be driving back towards your goal. But hopefully you get his boost here, which you do. This is good. Make sure you take that boost. Okay, you went for the bump. That's fine as well. Okay, now take your time here. I don't mind that. The trouble is that you give him possession and he can get a boost now and the ball. You can drive slowly to this. There's no reason for you to hit this ball at all. Look how slowly it's going. You can just wait. So you can wait where you are now and you can watch your opponent and obviously keep an eye on the ball to make sure it doesn't go past you. One thing you have to always keep a mental note of is how much boost you and your opponent have. So obviously you took his corner boost, you both missed the middle boost, and then you got your back boost. So what boost has he got? He's got none of the boosts. So therefore you should know now that he has no boost. So he's never going to be aerialing up to this, is he? So he's either going to wait down below, which will be good for you because if you take your time here and he waits where he is now, you can just hit this ball hard over his head, get more of a controlled touch so you can follow up on it, and then you can obviously attack his goal and try and score. If he backs off like he is doing now, then you can take your time with this ball and keep it close and keep possession. So that's why you want to take your time here because it gives you so many more options. The only time you want to hit the ball away is if you really need to panic and he's going to score and you have to hit it away. That's the only time in ones you want to hit the ball away. I mean, he misses the mid boost. That's really bad from him. Okay, this is good. Take the ball, take the boost, this is good. Okay, now take your time, don't rush it. Yeah, really nice touch. That is really nice. Put yourself at an angle with the ball. So now you have so many options. Yeah, it's really good play, really good. Okay, you fake the kickoff this time. Not sure if I like the hard hit there. Like if you're really good mechanically and you can hit this ball like you did and then come off the wall with some wall play, then yeah, like this would make sense. But I'm guessing you being at the rank you are, your mechanics probably aren't that high level. So therefore you want to go for something a little more simple. As I've mentioned already, you have to watch your opponent. Like it's so important in ones to always keep an eye on what your opponent's doing, knowing how much boost they have and what they're doing, like where they're driving to. So you can see your opponent's driving away here, like that signals that you have time. So you can take a soft touch on this ball, and then you can even drive it to the wall if you want to go for a wall play. You just give yourself more control and more options. But by hitting this away, now you have to quickly rush to catch up to the ball and you don't give yourself as many options. Take your back boost. Now don't panic, so take your back boost here. It's very important that you take that back boost. But fortunately for you, your opponent don't pressure. But see, lots of opponents will, especially if you get a ball chasing opponent, like they will be behind you constantly and they will always be looking for those boosts. And if you leave those boosts for like opponents like that, then they will punish you for that. That's good play, playing an angle. I like this. Now, I'll tell you something else you can do here, right, in these sort of plays. Now, as you get the ball here, right, you can tap the ball towards his goal, so it's rolling, at a decent pace, not too fast, but obviously not too slow. And then all you do is you drive around the ball and you go and bump him. You want to be able to drive faster than the ball, basically. So you hit the ball towards his goal, and then you can just try and get in his way and stop him from saving it, and then the ball will just roll into his goal. You have to be able to mix it up. Like, you can't just keep doing the same thing over and over. Yeah, you're just rushing it a bit, you're just going a bit too fast. Like when you're far away from the opponent, how you take your time? You can also do that when the opponent's close, especially if he's fake challenging you. You can just wait, so as he goes here, you can just wait on this ball. You don't have to hit your shot. Like he's driving away, you can wait, you can wait. You don't have to take that touch, but this touch isn't bad, this is a good touch. But then here, you don't have to hit this again. There's no reason to rush. But that will come with time, like bump him. So here, right, if you just turn left and bump him now, and he goes flying to the left, the ball would have rolled down on the floor, and then you can just, you know, dribble it in. So sometimes you just have to think about, is there a possible bump that I can go for? You know, so then I can obviously go for the ball and make it easier for myself. You don't need to always think like, hit the ball. Because you would have scored that if you'd bumped it. You do get his boost, get the mid boost, this is fine, get your back boost. Yep, perfect, that was really good play. No, you don't want to hit that, it's the same thing as before. He's got no boost. If he sits around and waits, then you can try and make a fast play towards his goal. Whereas if he backs off and drives and goes and looks for boost, you know, then you can make a play. But by hitting this ball out every time, you're just making it a lot easier for him. But fortunately, he can't shoot, or he had no boost. The danger of going for a play like that, it's a high risky play, right? So if you don't score it, there's a good chance that your opponent can then score a counter attack. So that's why I said before, when the ball rolled up the wall, if your mechanics aren't great off the wall, you don't want to go for plays like that. Obviously, in the meantime, you still need to be practicing mechanics, like and trying to get better at certain things. You want to practice just knocking this ball off the wall like that, and then jumping out, single jumping, and then flipping forward and shooting at his goal. Like, you don't need to air dribble this all the way to his goal. So you can jump, boost out to the ball, flip into it, and then shoot. But by going for this air dribble, you know, you go all in basically. And he should score this. This should be a goal. But, you know, he's just not at that level yet. Yeah, this is good. Just let it fall. This is fine. That was perfect. That's what you need to do in the corners. Exactly what you did here. Yeah, you're too far away from the ball here. I see what you're doing. You're trying to bait him in, and then you're trying to hit the ball around him. So you have to keep close to the ball here. So you see it's rolling away from you. You have to be moving with the ball at the same pace. So you want to keep this distance here. See the distance you've got to the ball, because the reason this distance is good is because you can diagonal flip into this ball now and you'll reach it. So that's when you know you're at a good distance from the ball. But because you see, you just let it get away. Now, if you diagonal flip now, you'll miss the ball. You won't catch up to it. That's how you know that it's gone too far away. But you get a good 50, go and take the corner boost. Right, so now don't worry about the ball, just get the corner and then fake it. Turn around. Yep, this is great. Yep, that was fine. You could have bumped him there, or you could have just taken a slow 50. Because again, you have to keep in mind, he's got no boost. So you take this boost, you come around. Yeah, you don't need to like front flip and go all in with this ball. You can just sit behind it and slow it down a bit. Like, you don't have to be fast here. This is good. He's going to try and hit this over you. Yeah, so you have to watch that, especially with players that are going to be a lot faster than this guy. So he could turn here, he could drift turn, and he could just hit this off the wall. Like, he could just drive up the wall and over you, and the ball go over you and into your goal. So you have to be careful here. So the two options that you have is you can be faster to this ball, like you can go quickly and try and anticipate that he's going to try and turn and shoot, or you can just wait, like get ready for him to hit it and not try and go for the 50. Because here, like, you know, again, he should score that. You have to really get used to knowing where your opponent is at all time. Now, you can't hear him. Like, if you listen, you can't hear his car behind you. So that's one cue that you can get from the game to let you know where your opponent is. But all you have to do here is you don't really have to worry about the boost now, because the ball's not safe. But all you want to do is you want to drive, and then as it comes off the wall, you want to hit the ball hard over this way, drive over this way, get this boost, and then make a play from this side. But in the end, you just panic. You just panic. And that's just not knowing where your opponent is. Okay, he's going to get your back boost. That's it. Pick up some pads. Just wait middle. Don't leave your front post open. Yeah, you got to be careful here, because if you leave your front post open, he can do what they call a doomsday dish goal, and he can roll it along the backboard and then come around your front post and score. So you got to be scared of that. Obviously, I know it's unlikely that someone's going to do that at this rank, but it's certainly a habit that you want to get yourself into, is not being scored on your front post. The only time you have to really worry about the ball going over your head is if he can hit the ball high. So if he gets the ball on the top of his car, or if the ball's bouncing, and then there's going to be a good chance that he can hit the ball, obviously, you know, behind you to your top corner. But from the position that he's in, he can't hit this over you. So you can go further forward to your front post and guard that. You get your back boost. Get that boost. Yeah, you want to get that boost just in case. Because like I say, if you play a player that's a ball chaser, they're going to be getting all your boost and be right up in your face. And so it's important that you keep taking those boosts just to get yourself in the habit of doing it. Just take every boost. Remember, it's 1v1. It's only you. You haven't got to save boost for your teammate. So just take all the boost. Take every pad you can get. Yeah, same again. Like when your opponent's far away, like you're fine with taking your time, it seems. But when your opponent's getting a little bit close to you, that's where you seem to panic a bit and you seem to think that you have to be fast. Because he wants you to do this. That's what he's waiting for. In the end, you just hit the ball away. See it go for a demo. That was really good. Take his back boost. Yeah, that was a really good play. Like I can see you're a very smart player. You're definitely taking on board everything that you're, learning from like watching different things and that. And I can see that the information is getting through to you. So you're making some really good plays. Yeah, you can go for that, that's fine. Right, get the mid boost here. Then this should be a goal. Yeah, obviously you should have scored that. Especially in 1v1, you can't miss chances. And this is, once again, you're just panicking. Maybe you was going for like a wall play or something, I don't know. But yeah, your mechanics aren't there yet on the wall. So you would really want to shy away from making plays like this. Unlucky, you just got to practice your flicks there. Yeah, there's no need to hit that again. Your opponent hasn't got any boost here. So you just have to keep a mental note of how much boost everyone's got. It's fine. Just one thing you just have to practice is your outplays. What you need to be able to do is get a pop on the ball. Like, because when the ball is going up in the air, like above your car or on top of your car, it's a lot more dangerous. And it makes the opponent like panic a lot more. Because when the ball is grounded like this all the time, they know that all they have to do is just take a 50. You just want to go into free play and just practice, popping the ball up to side like this, like keeping it close, but keeping the ball up. The most important thing is getting the ball on top of your car. You can't go for that boost yet because you're giving him too much space then. So here, as you come to here, you want to turn like this. You can pick up these small pads and turn, and then obviously you can decide on what to do then depending on what he does. If the ball, like I say, if the ball is grounded and it's not on top of his car, then you don't have to worry about the ball going high. So you can go for a drive challenge. So you can just like drive into the ball and obviously try and get a controlled 50. Obviously it all depends on what your opponent does, but you want to keep that pressure that, you want to keep close. I'm not saying like right up to the ball like this, but you have to be in his view, like somewhere around here, just to know that you're there. Because when you drive off like this and then drive up the wall, he's just got so much time, because you have to think, what would a really good player do now? And they would just chip it up, get it on top of the car and then flick it into your goal. Or they would just get it on top of the car, dribble it to your goal, wait for you to come in, because obviously you were over here, wait for you to come in like this, and then they just take a grounded 50 into your goal. Like, there's so many ways that they could score, but that's because you're giving them too much space. When you see your opponent don't go for kickoff and you do this, what you do wrong here is you flip. Just drive, keep driving like you are now. And obviously you want to go as fast as you can. So you can flip before this. So as you're driving here, you can flip into that pad and then you can drive, get that pad, but carry on driving, don't flip. Because what happens then is the ball will go up in the air. Yeah, it'll go higher, it'll go towards the top of his goal, which makes it a lot harder for him. But because you flip into the ball, that's what makes it stay low. Good demo though. You want to try and be quick here to set up an attack. So after you demo him, you just drive. You go and get this boost here, and then you turn on the ball, and then you can make a play. You know, but here you're kind of in the middle of no man's land, like you're driving. There's no reason to take this back to your corner here. Like the only reason you want to take it back to your corner is if you haven't got any space. But because you demoed him, you've got lots of space. So you can get this mid boost, turn, you know, and then you can start applying pressure again. Yeah, it's happening again. You're giving him a bit too much space. So where you went wrong was you get this mid boost. You don't need to go back for your back boost now. Because if he goes for your back boost, you can score because you can get the ball and just take it towards his goal. So you don't have to worry about it in this situation. And you bumped him. So now you definitely don't have to worry about it. So just drift turn like this and then catch the ball and try and make a play. You want to try and be attacking your opponent's goal as much as you can. Right, he's going for boost. Unlucky. Good idea. I like the way you was popping the ball up there. You see it was going on top of your car. I know obviously like you got to practice more. Your control's got to get a lot better, but the idea was right. And it's because the ball's popping up, it makes it a lot more dangerous. Yeah, again, you're giving him too much space here. He should score this. So as you get this boost here, turn again. Don't flip. So remember, you got boost, you don't need the back boost. He's not on the attack, right? The only time you need to stop him, like boost starve him, is if he's attacking your goal. But you've got the attack. You keep giving up the attack. Like you keep giving up your possession. So you get this boost, and then you drift turn here, just sharp turn, then you can start making a play again. Like, so you're behind the ball. But when you drive off and then you get this boost, you've given up possession again. He knows he can then get the ball. Yeah, again, you've got to catch that ball. You see that circle here, this circle? Right, what you do is you take ball cam off, turn around, and you just stay within this circle. And the only reason you don't score this is because you don't do that. Like, you're waiting for the ball to come down, and you're not under it. So you just stay within the circle, that's all you have to do. So you stay within this circle, you driving, and you see it changes. You see the closer the inner circle, like the 4 lines, like the closer they get to the outer circle, that's when the ball's going to touch the ground. So when those 2 circles meet, that's when the ball's touching the ground. So you just watch that circle and you stay under it. Obviously not right under it, because then it'll bounce on top of your car, but just to the front of your nose is in that circle. And then as it comes down, you will catch it. And then you're under here, and if your car's about here, even if the ball bounces off the front of your car, it will bounce off the front of your car into his goal. But because you let it bounce again, you know, you give up that play. Like, that should have been a goal 100% of the time. It's good. And again, you just watch that circle. Yeah, that was fine. You just, where you double jumped, you just need to learn how to do a flick, just a basic flick. And you just watch that circle, you stay within it. And then as this is all good, like the way you catch it here, now just front flip. Like, you see you double jump, you just haven't practiced flicks enough, that's all. So it's definitely something that you have to practice. And that is where we end it. If you enjoyed it, then please hit the like and subscribe button. But thanks for watching, and until next time.